See, service isn't neutral in the Old Testament. Slaves of Egypt or slaves of God is the options available to them. But they make it seem as though serving the living God is inconsequential. They can give us a better life, or they can give us, in this case, a better grave, a better death than God can. So they underestimate, in effect, then, the meaning and the value of God's saving power. They underestimate what his salvation means. They underestimate what it means to be his treasured possession. They are questioning who is a better master. And meanwhile, they have no idea what God will do. Now, we know because we've read the whole story, and we also know within the first 4 verses because he tells Moses exactly what he's going to do. So there's a bit of dramatic irony in the text. But we don't need the opening 4 verses to know that God will deliver them. Why? Because the irony is that God has already proven himself trustworthy in extraordinary circumstances throughout the whole opening 14 chapters of Exodus. They went from slaves in Egypt under this increased level of slavery as the story continues from what they began with, to going out equipped for war and having their arms raised in victory. In fact, more than that, not just equipped for war, they pillaged and looted the Egyptians' gold. They'd seen all of the plagues that had preceded this and the miraculous ways that God had already established and received victory over Egypt, the way that he had proven himself powerful over all the magicians and wise men in Egypt who could replicate the first few plagues. They'd seen the miraculous way that somehow God had liberated them from slavery in Egypt and was continuing this process, not just going out in tattered clothing, but going out dressed in head to toe with anything they could ever, with all the riches they could carry. They'd seen the mighty works of God, but still don't believe that his route is good and that he's got a plan. And so in verse 15, God asks them, "Why do you cry out to me? Tell the people of Israel to go forward. There's absolutely no, I've demonstrated my trustworthiness to deliver you, my power to defeat the Egyptians and any force they throw against you. Why do you question me? Have I not proven trustworthy?" What it shows is that the Israelites needed to learn to trust God as their God, no matter what directions he leads them, to deliver them and save them from trouble. They needed to learn that their confidence comes not by their might, but by the very power of God. And they needed to learn not to rely on themselves or their skills in battle or what they can see with their eyes and reason and think might be good or better, and to instead rely on God.